Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Critical D Cast, the mid-season fall. What is this? Fall 2014.
Fall 2014.
Time just keeps flying. I don't even.
Getting near the end of the year, gentlemen.
Yeah. But this is gonna be a mid-season anime review. We're just gonna touch on things quickly. So I guess we can just go at it.
Yeah, Aikatsu 3 is alright. You know, it's more Aikatsu.
I thought you stopped watching that show a while back.
It just goes, man. I'm back in. There's 3 new girls. The old girls are kind of doing their own idle things.
Right.
I don't know. Some more music. Still looks good. It's cool. Moving on.
Sunrise is busy.
Sunrise is busy. Atsuki no Yona. I don't know. Period anime sucks. So
I'm not watching that.
therefore,
one.
that sucks.
I like the show a bit. It's a good shoujo actually. Strangely enough.
Yeah, it's shoujo-y.
Well, actually,
chicks-
I guess I can't really call it shoujo. Like it is kind of one-on-one sort of, but it's told from the girl's perspective. So
It's
shoujo-y.
you know, when that dude killed that chick's dad, that was kind of cool, but then it just kind of got boring from there.
Oh, I like where it is now. I don't know. We'll see. It's
Okay.
pretty good.
Agame, Maki Brilliant Park. I don't. Show's okay, but I don't really see what the fuck you guys
This
are losing your
show's
mind over.
Hilarious.
This show is like
The show's fine.
it's in my top 5.
Yeah,
The
definitely.
show's
top five.
fine.
I think the comedy's really well done. The characters are really likable. The animation's fantastic, and just
Well,
the
it's
plot's
Kyoto.
interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, like it's definitely better than anything Kyoto's put out, in the last few seasons.
Oh yeah, for sure.
What else has there been?
Free season 2, which sucked dick.
Free, Tamako Market,
Who did
and
what's
Geneva season 2.
the fuck? Don't remind me of that. God, that was so bad. Who did like the one with Mirai, the blood and the swords and the demon?
That was also
Kyoto.
that was okay. Yeah, that was alright. I don't know.
That was good.
it's overhyped, but
Overhyped as shit, but yeah.
I think this show's still better than that, but that's a conversation.
So I heard, Ruben, you lost your mind episode 6, which
Episode 6 was the funniest thing I've seen. Like, there's a lot of bad anime that's funny because it's just bad. Like with Cross, it's just really funny because how stupid it is.
and how serious it is. Yeah,
But this show legitimately tries to be funny, and I'm laughing really hard.
it has a good sense of comedy. I'll give it that. But I've not turned the corner on this show yet. All right, man, you watching Vanguard?
no.
Good. All right, Cross Ang. Anyone? It's supposed to be
Angie?
Angel. Angie.
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 Unji, yes. Yeah. That one's. It's funny because just think of this as a ripoff of Gundam Seed because it kind of is. It's like let's take Gundam Seed, Code Geass, some other random crap, and there we go.
I got into this show at episode 5, I think. Yeah. And boy, I love this show. It is hilarious. It's actually...
It's hilariously bad.
It's really entertaining. Like, this show doesn't stop for shit, and I love it.
But the thing is, like, I still enjoy this show more than one we'll get to later, and I'll explain why. But yeah, it's actually, I can't put this in a top 5, but like, because it's not objectively good. But the thing is, like, entertainment wise, like, this kind of does it.
It's really entertaining. It's really good.
Daito Shokan no Hitsuchi Kai.
I'm not watching this
Fuck,
one.
I don't. Something about like libraries and the guy can see the future, but also libraries. I don't know. I think it's
The
too bad.
last good show I saw with libraries was Library Wars.
Yeah, the only good show with libraries, besides like that one arc in Rugawa knows. But yeah, I think it's stupid. Whatever. Denki Gai no Honya-san. That anime is funny as fuck.
This
Fucking
show,
funny anime.
this show was really good at the beginning. I liked the first couple episodes a lot, but I feel like it just kind of gets repetitive as it keeps going.
Yeah.
And my biggest problem with it is that every girl except for the zombie-loving chick... Yeah, every girl except for the zombie-loving girl are the exact same character.
Yeah, like the sensei chick and the blonde-haired chick kind of blend a little
And the
bit.
camera one.
Camera girl, she's just kind of there. She's not really a character, I don't think.
But like,
he just likes pictures.
well, oh god, do you see the last episode where they're rushing to help her with her manga?
Yeah, I think I did.
God, it was so bad. That episode was really bad.
It was alright. It was whatever. It was whatever.
I was almost at Alt F4 status. I was like, this is the next show to drop if I ever did drop something.
I'm still on board with it, so I'm gonna pin that shit to the end. And watching whatever this Danten shit is.
Danten Niwara.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck that is. Okay, all right.
I'm not watching that one.
Cool. Face Stay Night, Unlimited Blade Works. Yo, best looking anime of all time. Straight up, that anime looks fucking gorgeous.
Yeah.
But man, I don't like Shiro very much. And man, that should be a lot better if it just showed from Rin's perspective.
It would. I mean, we're not going to get Fate Zero. It's just not going to happen.
No,
and you have
there's no Fate Zero. There's only one Fate Zero.
Right. You have to just deal with it. But UFO Table is trying to make Fate Stay Night the best they can, and I have to give them props for it.
Yeah, they're making it good. It's a top 5 show, without a doubt.
Yeah.
But man, Shiro's such a not good main lead.
No,
He's
cool.
like an average at best support character thrown into the main lead role.
The thing is like, out of the episodes that have been out, minus the one that came out yesterday, because I haven't seen it yet, I've seen more of like Rin and all the other characters more than Shiro at this point. Still,
which is a good thing. Like Fate Zero, a good thing there. They bounced around all the different characters so much that you really like them a lot, and they didn't spend too much time on any one character. So it had a good flow about it.
Yeah, this is definitely in my top 5.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, it looks gorgeous. Like,
Yeah, it's
UFO
beautiful.
Table does good work. So I'm down. I'm down with it.
Unlike this next show, Garo Hono no Kokuin, I'm not watching this one.
Anyone? No?
No.
Yes? No? Girlfriend Kari.
Gross.
Oh man, yeah.
Man, the animation on that little practice for rhythm gymnastics is really good. Everything else seems like it's for someone weird, like on a lesbian show that I'm not aware of. I'm not sure where the girlfriend aspect comes into it.
I feel like
Unless they're all girlfriends. Are they all girlfriends? That could be a big thing.
I am pretty sure this is just a very long commercial for a game.
It was like, look, these chicks all have big tits. Choose one.
Yeah, it's like
That's the entire show.
look at your selection of girlfriends you could possibly choose from. There's like 40 of
tight-ass
them.
leotard and shit, flipping around and stretching and like doing splits and shit.
But,
Please buy our game.
Yeah, it's like we're at episode 5, and I'm like, I still don't know what's going on.
Why are you still on that? Why are you still watching that show?
Because I'm pretty sure Silverlink fucking sold their house for it.
God.
Did
Like,
you look? Have you looked for the cast on it, man? They got more big name voice actresses than I even knew existed.
Yeah, then there for like 4 minutes of screen time per episode, if
Yeah,
that.
but damn, just for them to get that many people, and I don't know, whatever. It's Silverlink. I'll watch anything they put out, honestly.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah.
it's weird.
Waiting for the time when Silverlink puts out a mech show and just loll in your face.
Oh, I bet they already have.
Zoids? They're gonna make Zoids again?
Silverlink never made Zoids.
Oh, what if they make Zoids now though?
No, it would be terrible.
Oh.
I'd watch it.
Oh, on to another show I dropped already.
Grisaya no Kaisuchu.
Yo, the grizzly fruit.
Man, Matt, you kind of hit the nail on the head when it's saying I'm trying to be Bakemonogatari, but just not as good.
It is, and the thing is, like, it's just, it's not even. I mean, first of all, it's nowhere near like the quality of Bakemonogatari.
Well, most shows aren't.
And the thing is, like,
so.
when you like, it's already hard to make characters like in Bakemonogatari. So if you're gonna try to have a character that like characters to try to be like that same feel, you're not even gonna come close because Shaft does it the best.
Like the best studio.
No other studio can do Bakemonogatari, and I don't think anyone can make characters like Bakemonogatari. So the fact that this show is really trying to do that with its characters, and okay, also I have a really big problem with a common theme I'm seeing with this one and another one we're gonna get to a little later because I dropped that one too. Don't rope me in with something interesting in the last 3 minutes of an episode and then have your next like 3 or 4 episodes have literally nothing to do with it and like not even like reference like anything that happened.
Now you know my problem with Tokyo ESP.
That is, see, Tokyo ESP, I thought did it properly, but this one, it's like I don't feel like there's like a tension leading up to what happened at the end of the first episode because it's what they're doing is after episode 1, everything they did from there was a continuation of everything that happened in episode 1. Whereas in Tokyo ESP and Gare Zero, it's okay, this is what happens now. Now we're going to show...
Zero didn't do it.
Yeah. Oh,
Gare
well,
Zero just pieced out random ass people for no reason, and then showed the show.
But like, I don't mind it if like you show like current things happening and then okay, rewind and then everything leading up to that, because you know that everything is going to somehow lead up to what you're at and then continue afterwards. This show is like, this isn't anything leading up to it. It's just this already happened, and now we're just gonna continue on and not do anything with it.
Well, it's like, Matt, it's like this anime knew that they're adapting a fucking Era game. And they're like, let's try and rope in people who just don't know any better. So yeah, you're right. The last 3 minutes, they'll flash like guns, bombs, knives. Oh shit, what the fuck? And it's like, all right, maybe now people will just watch it for the hell of it, and maybe when we get there, we will never get there. But maybe when we get there.
See, and the thing is, like, Ruben, when they get to the last couple episodes, you can let me know what they do with it, because
yeah,
I'm not gonna continue watching this, because aside from the dude.
Dude's really good.
And
he's really fucking good.
Aside from the dude and Amane, I don't like any of the other characters.
Yeah, I mean, that guy carries that show, without a doubt. I mean, that guy, like, knows everything's happening is dumb. He just rolls with it and has fun with it, and I love that about him. I think he's a better protagonist than Nagaragi, honestly. I think he's better in most ways. Nagaragi is more, I'm gonna do dumb shit for it because it's funny.
But either way, like, I can't sit through this show anymore. It's just so boring.
The problem is, like I told you guys earlier, it's actively avoiding becoming a good show. Where they have this cool guy with interesting backstory, interesting history, and also interesting job that we weren't aware of. And they're just saying, we know all this shit is super cool and awesome, but fuck that, here's these girls. These girls have vaginas. Check this out.
Yeah.
Girls.
But I mean, you have to understand,
like,
they're going to appeal to the people who played the game.
Yeah.
And
I'm like, what about this guy? No, we don't get that. These girls have vaginas. I get that. If I want vaginas, but no, I understand. I want to know what the guys do. Vaginas. I'm like, it's just stupid. I hate. I'm disappointed in the show quite a bit. Like, I want it to be good, but it's really not doing that. And it's a fucking show.
Well, see, I was gonna give them the benefit of the doubt, and I got to episode 5 or 6, and I'm just like, okay, this is definitely not doing what I was hoping for. So
it's on track for most disappointing of the seasons so far.
So
I mean, Mike, what if you took this main guy and threw him in Bakemonogatari? It wouldn't really work out.
I think if his writing is punched up by Shaft Studio, it could totally work out.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Like, I think he wouldn't take Shinichi Jihara's bullshit, and it'd kind of be a really cool dynamic.
I don't know. It depends.
Even though we have Shinichi Jihara reject right here in this show.
But then we wouldn't have the funny face that he makes when he goes over to Conbru's house with all the books.
Sacrifices have to be made.
Okay, but Mike, that was one of the best faces.
Yeah, this fucking story is fucking awesome, but I'm just saying, sacrifices have to be made. Gugar, what the fuck is this?
No one's watching
Goguri Kokuri-san. They're watching this in club, by the way.
Wow.
And, by the way, I call it every freaking season. Like, I always say, okay, here are the objectively top 3 or top 5 or whatever that is arguable. Like, you could argue Fate Stay Night is a top show of the season. You could argue that Magi Brilliant Park is a top show of the season. Like, but I swear, like, Sam's picks, I don't, like, this is one of her picks, and I don't understand why she likes the show so much. It's not good.
She is on a different plane of being from us, and you have to accept that.
Like, it's just, I just find it so dumb that, oh my god, her picks are just, and then she likes to give everybody else shit for, like, our picks. I mean...
Is this show any good?
No.
Why is it not any good?
It's stupid. Well, okay. It's just a typical, like, it's like this, the supernatural, because there's, like, you know, other, like, beings and shit, but there's, like, this little girl that's drawn all fucking stupid, and it's they're trying to how do I say this, they just make a lot of these references that aren't funny and are not clever. Like, there's a one where she has this, like, lightsaber, and she's pointing it at this the white-haired, like, fox dude. And he goes like, oh, like, where did you get that? And she's like, "Oh, I took it from some dude named Kirito." And I'm like, "Oh my god."
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna move on from there.
Show's dumb.
Yeah.
Gundam Build voters try, Matt.
Better than the last one because at least the characters are likable. But still, all this really is a long advertisement for the product because people actually
buy
do
our
buy these.
buy our figurines and play the game.
Yeah, it's a big It's a long advertisement for that, much like Vanguard, except this is actually better than Vanguard. Also because they do a throwback to just like every Gundam you've seen in any previous series, and it's just drawn modern. So I kind of like that. But that's really all this show is a long advertisement and fan service for Gundams. That's all it is.
Does the mom still have that ass though?
She's not in the show.
Fuck this show. Okay, onward.
Like the thing is, like this show takes place 7 years after the events of the first one.
She's still a MILF though. Come on, give me some of that mom service.
Oh, wrinkly MILF.
But none of the.
We don't know how old she was. How old was she in the original show?
I don't know. But there's not any of the same characters from the previous show. They're all new characters.
Oh, okay.
And then a much worse Gundam show. Whoa.
Gundam, man, this show looks fucking old.
Well, that's because they
Jesus.
went back to a late 80s animation style.
Well, they shouldn't have.
No, they shouldn't have.
Man.
You're right, they shouldn't have.
I mean, the show's a great opening theme. I'll give it that. But everything else, I'm like, I can't deal with this.
Well, the opening is Gardadelia. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, but I was looking at it and I said out loud, I can't deal with this, and I turned the show off. Like it's. Just
well, yeah, like Mike, did you see like some of the mech designs in the first episode?
Fuck me, I can't. God.
They look so dumb.
Also, like the cheerleaders they had, like the space station. It
oh
was
my
fucking.
god, they are
That
prevalent.
is.
They are prevalent through the whole series, Mike.
The show is for someone who is deep into nostalgia.
Yeah,
this
is the Gundam hipsters pick.
Yes, without a doubt.
And it's not good. I don't like this show at all. And I keep telling Brian, like, he should watch this show because it's everything in Gundam that I don't like, which means
like it.
Which means Brian probably would.
Maybe.
I hate this show. But I have to watch it because I have to say that I've seen every Gundam series ever.
Okay.
So that is why I am compulsively watching this.
Ruben, Hitsugu no Chayaka, second season. How's that going?
Show's just as good as the first season.
Is she still talking in weird, like broken English?
Yeah.
I love it.
You know, okay, here's the thing. So, Matt, I wanted to bring this up with you. So,
All right.
I understand why you drop shows you drop. Like, I understand what you look for and what bugs you and all that. And I cannot fathom for the life of me why you didn't like the first season of this show. It's got everything you would like in a show.
Well, the reason I didn't like it is, well, first of all, her like broken dialogue actually bugged the shit out of me.
I love that shit though.
It's really
like
funny.
I didn't like that, and I also what I don't like is when people try to there's certain instances where people succeed in doing this, but it's very rare, and usually the ones that do pull it off are arguably like good and like in a top like list of whatever for like a lot of people could say that. So, but what I don't like is when people try to mix science fiction and magic, or like when they try to.
How'd that work out for regular Metro High School?
Mahalka did it, yeah.
Yeah.
See, like I said, the ones that can pull it off are usually ones that anybody could argue is a good show or a good game or whatever, because there's games that do it too. But this one just didn't.
Well, this one barely uses science fiction. It's pretty much all magic. Like anything in the show that looks like science fiction is powered off magic. Like
right. And now the thing is, like when I saw her open up the coffin in the first episode and I saw what was in it, I was like, oh yes, this show's gonna be fantastic.
It's a gun.
And I was like,
all the police.
Yeah. So I thought, oh, this is gonna be great. And then it's like, oh, just kidding. This thing is actually just a catalyst to cast my spells. It may just be a giant wand. And I'm like, gross, done.
Aren't all guns just giant metal wands for death?
But like, I just
this isn't philosophical, Albert Mike.
I don't know. I was just expecting something else out of it, and I just didn't get it.
I think if you ever have a spare while, Matt, you should definitely like try it out again because it's one of the few shows that promises like action with good animation and good plot, and it like delivers. Like it doesn't cop out on it like a good 4 shows are gonna come to real soon here. Like,
Well,
it's a
well,
very entertaining show.
I will. Well, I guess like if I mean, since I'm already down on my list, I mean, I might pick it up again. I'm not sure if it's on Crunchyroll, then I'm
Yeah,
sure it is.
It is.
All right, yeah. I might go back and watch the first season again, and then if I like it after that, I'll watch the second one.
All right. Now speaking of one of those disappointments, Ino Battle wa Nichijou Kei no Nakade.
Man, I
So
was caught off guard just by how normal this show is.
there are 3 shows I think this season. Is there a 3 or 4 that are like school battle manga? And you're like, oh
Yeah.
my god, school battle manga.
And they have like a
then
third of that right.
It's like school, like,
School.
well, we have powers.
School
And-
and like some kind of romance and like some more school.
No, it's like, I get that that's the point of the show. It's like, oh, well, we just have powers in our everyday lives, but they don't really show us that they have powers that often.
Or like, hey, I'm just gonna phase step through the room now. I'm here, guys. What's up?
Yeah.
See, and the thing is, it's not like they do that, and they don't have decent enough characters to compensate for that. Is how I
they're
feel.
fine, but they're not anything special.
It's
they're
honestly
fine.
like what I feel like this show is again I like to reference other anime as a basis because I think that's the easiest way for me to describe it. And what this show feels like to me is Trigger's just like, guys, Shinibyo like was a really good show that got popular. Let's do the same thing, but
Except actually give them powers.
let's just make it real and
That sounds
not
fun in theory.
their imagination. And then they're like, hey, you know what else was really funny, guys? Sentokai no Ichi-zone. Let's combine the two. And I'm like, and even the
Yeah.
archetypes of the characters are the same. And I'm like,
Yeah.
God, this is just.
Yeah.
I
But-
just
Yeah.
feel like I just feel like there's too many shows, like nowadays, not just this season, but just in general nowadays, that are just taking like 2 or more concepts from other animes that have already done something, and they're just throwing it together and hope it works.
That's what happens. It's kind of a copycat business.
And the fact that
sense.
Studio Trigger, I mean, like with their success with Kill la Kill,
Well-
and then now that this is what they've evolved to, like,
Well, Trigger can't be on all the time. I'm pretty sure Kill la Kill took a lot of effort and energy and drugs, and they need to recover from that.
Well, here's
So-
the thing: is like this show looks good, so clearly they're still putting good budget into their animation. It's so I don't know.
My guess is Trigger's 18 working on something new. Maybe that Witch Academia series that's coming out.
That is possible.
It's probably their 18 working on that. This is like we can't be on all the time with Kill la Kill because that's just exhausting. We need to take like a break. We'll take something normal and not nuts.
But it's kind of obnoxious that this show decides, well, I think we want to really explore the female characters, so they treat it almost as like a harem series where he's going to go character by character, like basically solving each of their issues, So like we already went through little blonde-haired girl and her like dejection from her friend, and now they're going into like helping the red-haired girl with her Chunibyo shit.
It was such a dumb problem too.
Yeah, and now we're going into him helping the red-haired girl dealing with her Chunibyo shit, and it's like, this is not at all what this show should be at all. Like, I'm glad you're trying to give him a little bit of backstory, a little bit of personality, but you don't have to make that entire show. So,
I thought they were gonna like actually have these powers and then actually like they call it like there's the word battle in the title, so I thought they were gonna use these powers to like, battle each other. That would have been a lot more interesting if that's what they would have done.
Yeah.
let's
But
move on for now.
whatever.
Kaito Joker not watching this.
No,
one.
no one's watching.
You know who is?
Kiseiju.
Who was watching that?
Jenkins.
Of course he is.
Kiseiju.
Parasite. Man, that
Say
show
no
weird.
fucking
I mean, it's a weird first episode. You gotta get past that shit.
This
I
show, yeah.
I watched up to where they're at, and I can't do it. It's too weird.
Is,
I can't.
is it like you can't get past the saliva and Mr. Your Girlfriend X type thing?
No, it's just more a matter of like I don't know if I can't take it seriously. I know I should, but I
It's
can't.
kind of hard to with like the weird hand thing. That's amazingly hard to take seriously.
But I will give it one thing though. Like they kept the same style from like the original manga back in the '80s, and they modernized it and still made it look good. So like
Yeah.
that I will give them credit for.
Madhouse does good work when they're really breaking my heart and not making High School Day season 2. But
And when they're not making other abortions like Maho Sensou.
yeah, I mean, this show could be cool.
I don't know.
It
It's
is
just
by no means a top show this season. I don't think.
This show has been like a straight incline curve for me in quality. Like it started out like, huh?
Yeah,
But every episode it gets more interesting to me.
it's gotten
I
that.
I really like how the parasites, they don't understand themselves, but they work on this carnal instinct, you know.
Yeah,
And
also
they're slowly like learning about themselves. Like
Yeah,
they
like
try
how
new things
they-
every episode.
like breeding, like the woman getting pregnant.
Yeah,
Like
Yeah.
that,
like
that could be a cool thing to the mix.
the
I could
parasite
see-
trying to change genders was one that was interesting.
I can see how like people would really like this, especially like the older crowd. Like apparently Carlos like read the manga,
Yeah.
but anyways, if you're listening, shout outs to Spatafor. I'm just gonna tell you right now, not top 3 of the season. Get out of here.
Fuck, he's not top 5. But yeah, Database season 2.
Yep.
Still on the database, Ruben.
Still going strong. Dean hasn't fucked it up yet, but
I love
they
it.
are
I love that part.
they are they're
Not
taking a
quite as-
strange approach with the next books. Like I guess the first season was sort of just kind of going like book by book, but now they're doing 2 books at once. So that's a strange direction choice. But I guess it's kind of interesting because instead of focusing on one set of characters in a linear fashion, they get to focus on multiple characters, but they just kind of like switch back and forth between the two. I don't know if it's a good or bad thing though. I honestly think it's just because of like paying voice actors.
It could be.
Yeah, show's still alright though.
Still pretty good.
It's not as abortion-tastic as I felt like they were going to make it. But you know, it's all right. It's better than Sword Art at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, how do you fallen? And watching Madano
Oh yeah,
came out.
yo, this show
Spit that game.
this show is actually pretty good. Like I didn't know anything about it, but then like more and more people kept on saying, "Hey, yo, this show's pretty good." So I'm like, you know what? I dropped 2 shows. I could pick up one. So I picked this one up, and boy, am I glad I did. This show's fantastic.
Period
Yeah.
anime though.
It's not though.
It's not period. No, it's not. Period.
It's not. Like the thing is the main characters both are fantastic. And like there's a scene, and this is what I appreciate, is it says set in Western Europe during times of war.
France?
So this is like in the West, so
What
things
about
are
France?
not. So this is not like typical like Japanese. So there's a scene where this girl is bathing, and he walks around a corner and he sees her. Now I think, oh god, please anime, don't do what I think.
Please,
you're
anime, don't
do.
be anime.
And they don't,
They're not anime. Cool.
because in Western times like that kind of shit didn't happen. Also, when they're walking around in people's houses and shit, they do not take off their shoes.
Change the game.
So
Game
I'm like-
changer.
So like just little subtle things like that. Like I'm like, okay, so they're actually trying to follow this like closer to actual like Western culture.
So what
so-
happened when he walked in on her in the bath?
He kind of just said like, oh, like sorry, like I was just gonna come over here because this is where people aren't, where there's not people around. Because the thing is, like, she defeats him in battle, and instead of killing him, he gets taken to like their territory or whatever, and he's not really treated like a prisoner though, because she has taken a liking to him, like kind of like one of those things where it's like not an attraction like in like a typical school anime type thing, but more or less like an attraction on the battlefield just because of how their battle prowess is, I guess.
Mhm.
And that's what she was attracted to. So she wants him to serve under her.
I see.
And the thing is like when you're taken a prisoner like of war, you don't have a choice.
Yeah.
So, but the thing is even within the group of or the kingdom that rules over like where his estate is, because he's a duke.
Mhm.
He hears that they're going to fall under attack by that army, and she actually mounts up troops to go help him. And so the show is, and the thing is, like, it's the animation for it is on par with anything PA Works puts out.
Yeah.
Like, the character designs actually look like it was done by PA Works.
They have those eyes.
Yeah.
Fuck me. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
But like they said, the show is really good, and it's because it's like the knights and dudes on horses and archers and shit, and people casting magic. It's like I'm almost watching Fire Emblem the anime, just not canonic with any of the Fire Emblem games. It actually really feels like that's what I'm watching, and it's fantastic.
This show was my second in line after Cross Angie to pick up after
It's
things
actually-
had settled down.
It's
I'm-
actually really good.
I'm gonna get on it probably at some point, hopefully in this week.
Magic. No.
Magic Kaido. I'm watching Magic Kaido. That show's alright. It's about this guy who's really into magic, and his dad used to be this famous magician. But then he died during doing a trick. And then years later, he finds like the secret like underground like bunker that his dad made, and he found that his dad was actually this famous cat burglar called Kaito Kid.
Oh.
So, but then he finds out there's another Kaito Kid who is out stealing things. So he goes finds that Kaito Kid to find out that that guy was his dad's assistant,
Yeah,
who was trying to
supposedly-
keep the legend going. So now he's a mentor for the
Yeah.
new kid.
Supposedly, like, I hear this is like in the same like timeline or universe as like Detective Conan, apparently.
It's a very similar art style. Actually.
And that's and
they have fucking long ass noses.
and
The
a
noses are fucking long as shit.
and
It's kind of
Jenkins
weird thing off, but it's basically about the guy coming up with finding out what new things to steal, and then casing a joint and being all Kaito Kid, and then they go against this like bumbling, stupid police force, and it's kind of funny how they end up fucking everything up in the end.
So it's kind of like Lupin.
Yeah, and now where the starting plot is he's trying to find out who's the people who killed his father. So it's fine. It's a fine series. I'm enjoying it. I'm gonna keep watching it.
Yeah. And there's this Mushi Shizuka show, which apparently a lot of people who know me and know what I like all are telling me to watch this, but I just never really got around to it.
Yeah.
They say it's good, but I'll take
Um,
your word for it. But
Natsu no Taizai is a kid show, I believe. Well, it looks kiddie,
It looks this kid.
and it looks like
Well-
a children's show, but I guess it's not necessarily, but it doesn't matter.
I'm
Got
not
me
watching it.
Sojo to Kuro,
Oh,
OG.
gross.
aka Occupy Vagina.
Occupy Vagina.
Occupy Vagina.
I-
Man, I'm not sure this is how a health relationship is made.
I don't think there's any health relationship coming out of this show whatsoever.
I hope it becomes a train wreck. I hope, like, at some point. But
yeah, luckily this is not one that Sam is like demanding we all watch in club because even she hates the show.
there is a difference between playing hard to get and just being a fucking piece of shit.
Yeah, well, okay.
And it's kind of a piece of shit.
This is one of those shows where I think to myself, this is geared toward girls, but what girl wants to watch this show? That's my thing. It's like,
People wants to, like, yes, just please dominate me in every possible psychological way.
what girl's like, I can really relate to this character who's getting abused, but then falls in love with him anyway. Like a Stockholm Syndrome victim.
We know of one.
I don't know, okay. But yeah, I don't know.
It's professed that they appeal to this character.
This show is average as fuck.
It's fine. It's kind of shoujo-y.
Oh, it's a shoujo for sure.
as fuck. But also, like, almost kind of inhumane in some respects. And I don't get it.
Meh.
I don't get who finds this shit attractive, but...
Well, also that's that same could be said for this next show.
By the way,
This
hold on. I like the opening. All right, let's go.
Okay.
This next show is dumb.
I've had my fill of petite girls with red hair with pigtails, so I didn't even touch this show.
I hate gender bending, so I never check this shit out.
Oh, that's what this thing is?
Yeah.
Oh. Cool.
Let's move on.
Psycho-Pass 2.
Pass 2.
Man.
Oh my
Oh.
god.
Fucking awesome as fuck.
This show's really good.
That's before it's fucking hard to watch. Like I don't know, I don't like a deal
Wait,
with this shit.
was for the one where they open up the thing and all the people come running
Yeah.
out?
Oh,
Oh.
God, that was just fucking brutal as shit.
Yeah, like the last episode really got me though. I was like, oh my god, this show's like taking off.
I haven't seen it because I refuse to see Funimation. I refuse.
I don't know why you have such a problem with it. It's not that bad.
I hate Funimation.
I think Psycho-Pass is the top 3 show of the year.
Yeah.
I think like
oh yeah, definitely.
Kill, Oh No Zero, Psycho-Pass is the top 3.
Dude, that specialized like new weapon that they had, where it detects the thing through the wall.
Yeah.
Oh
I was like, this makes complete sense actually. Like, I have zero qualms with this.
God, and the fact that they're like, oh, like I just targeted the one that was the highest. Blurb. I was
This-
like, oh my god.
Like, this is like
They don't pull-
Gen is back on board on this show, right? Like, he is the main
Okay, so
scriptwriter, right?
He is not the head writer, but he is in charge of planning. So he is on board with this show. Like, he is working with them. And the thing is, like I said, I did more research into all the staff that's working on it, and it is essentially the same staff that did the first season. It's just the studio itself is not Production IG. But the thing is,
and
it doesn't
looks
even
the same. Like, it looks the same, really. Like,
well, yeah, the head
90%.
the head animation director is the same guy. The character design, same guy. So it's like, the key animation, that actually is a different. It's the same guy and one other person.
Mm-hmm.
So there are things in there that may look a little bit different, but I hardly notice it. Though.
This show excellent.
I'm like, I applaud Tatsunoko. I'm like, good job.
It's an excellent show. I love it a lot.
Because for Tatsunoko to do something like sci-fi seinen I think that's kind of out of their realm a little bit, because they normally do like Sentai Kamen Rider type stuff. Like,
wasn't Gatchaman Crowds like kind of seinen-ish, or no? I didn't watch it.
It was more what's a little like what do you like call like superhero genre?
Sentai.
It's more Sentai than seinen.
Okay. Let's move on.
Sanzoku no Musume.
No. No one's watching the Ghibli.
Yeah.
It's out, is it?
It is out.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, it's been out. What the fuck? Where the fuck you been?
I thought it just never showed up.
No. Episode 1 was two episodes in one. It was.
I'm not gonna keep watching it because it was kind of boring.
All right, Mike, how's this thing?
Ranja, the brother's daughter. It's in CG, done pretty well. It threw me off a little bit. Still very Ghibli style. It's like, imagine if like you turned what's the Ghibli game? I forgot what it's called. Kuni and the White Witch. That into like an anime, that kind of style.
I thought that game was an anime.
Yes, but it was in 3D, more or less.
Uh-huh.
But no, it's Ghibli style. I like it a lot. The style, I mean, the writing and words going with the story. I don't know what it's doing, because it's kind of first 2 episodes were just like Ranja being born, and just kind of being there.
It's just 20 minutes of it sliding out of the womb, just.
Episode 1 was like the dad like running his ass off back to the town. He saw his wife was giving birth, and his wife was like, "Now I'm reading the book. What are you doing? What's up?" But then later she gives birth. But it's funny about like them robbing people, not killing, just robbing them.
Well, Sanzoku means thief.
Right. And then like saying, "Hey, Ranja should go like in a forest and just go hang out," and her being in the forest hanging out. That's kind of the whole show right now, just her in the forest hanging out. And I'm not sure how much more patience I have with the show. I want it to be good, but it's not doing anything.
I just found it to be really boring, so I'm not gonna.
Yeah, like everything but the story is good about that show, and that's a problem, because the story's the most important part.
Isn't that the same problem with Grizzly Fruit?
Well, yes, that's the same problem. So I don't know. It looks nice, but I don't know. Selector spread White Cross.
Never stop battling.
never not drama.
Never. This show is
something else.
This show is like M. Night Shyamalan, The Last Airbender levels of comedy, and I cannot get enough of it. I could watch this show all fucking day.
It's stupid.
It's hilarious.
It's real stupid. But...
See, I can't get into this. I've had enough with the freaking card games.
Dude, it's barely a card game.
It's not the card game. It's about the people trying to find Tama and fucking Akilaki getting NTR'd somehow.
Dude, okay, so basically, Matt, like this game has like a grow system, which is kind of like writing in Vanguard. But they normally grow to level 4, right?
Okay.
So imagine like they're being level 4. So in the middle of battle, she just all of a sudden grows level 5. And the opponent's like, "What the fuck?" She's like, "She found the hidden level 5." I'm like,
she found the hidden level 5. This show's fucking stupid. All right, moving on.
Hold on, wait. One more thing.
Okay.
Second best opening of the season. Next show, Shigatsu wa Kimi no Uso. Number 1 opening of the season. Go on.
No, number 1 opening of the season is actually Parasite. So.
Have you heard this opening?
Yes. It's
okay.
it's whatever.
I like Fate.
Fear and
actually.
Loathing in Las Vegas.
It's a good opening, but this one is like the Goose House or whatever. Yeah, fucking, I love that music. Damn,
That's cool.
I love that like duet
This-
upbeat shit.
This show is on the razor's edge of just becoming complete, like, utter melodrama. It's walking a thin line right now.
It is, but I really like it.
It's cool. I like the buddy romance between blonde-haired chick and main guy. I love the possible triangle between, with childhood friend.
Dude,
Like,
there's
the-
like a Venn diagram of triangles here.
And then we have
Because-
Mr. Fourth Wheel over here.
Well, yeah, because we have like brown-haired chick on brown-haired guy who likes blonde-haired girl who likes blonde-haired guy, but then side guy likes blonde girl, girl. Fuck.
But blonde girls are just kind of getting it in with black-haired guy,
Yes.
and black-haired guy is just kind of too much in his cocoon of sadness.
I really like this show. It reminds me kind of the good parts of like Mashiro, or not Mashiro, Sakura Pet, and combining with like Nodame Cantabile. My only problem with this show is that they just keep rubbing the fucking metaphor in our face like we're the biggest dumbasses in the
Yeah.
world. I was like, we get it! We fucking
He's
get it!
sad about his mom dying. I understand that.
He can't
They
fucking
bummed me
hear
out
the
too.
piano,
But bro,
and he can't see the color, the music.
he can't hear
whatever.
the song.
Fucking Mary Poppins
He's
is on her
underwater.
way. I fucking tell you right now.
He's underwater. He can't breathe. He's
He can't
underwater.
breathe. But
I mean, but
aside
to be
from that,
fair,
I love the show.
to be fair, with the scene when he was playing piano and she was doing the violin, it was kind of breathtaking.
Oh yeah, it was great.
That was an excellent scene. It has a lot of potential, but it needs to like tone down the drama a tad
Well,
and focus more on blonde-haired chick because she carries that show.
it's gonna be a dramatic show. But
Yeah,
the thing is, don't make it forced, repetitive drama. Make it interesting drama. You know.
yeah. Blonde-haired girl is right on track becoming the best female character of the season. She is outstanding.
She is up there.
Shingeki no Bahamut. I love my favorite boss from Final Fantasy. Anyone mind watching that?
I saw
Yeah.
the first episode.
Okay.
I kind of am. There's one thing that I just found out recently that's annoying. Someone said that there's not going to be Dark Angel Olivia appearing at all. So now I'm
I
kind
think
of
I
like,
said that because I was like, oh, she's not in the show.
well, and the thing is, like, there's no cast like for her at all. So it's like, so now I know that she's not going to be a character. So now I'm just kind of like, well, do I want to keep watching this then? Because I do kind of like this other character, but the thing is, like, the main guy kind of brings it down because I don't like him at all.
See the one with the afro?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Of course.
I don't like him. I like the knight, like, he's cool, but and I like the lead, the guy that you turn the bounties into. Like, I like him too, but the thing is, like, this show is kind of just it's how Ruben says, or one of you says, is average as fuck. It's kind of like how I felt after watching that Galileo one. It's like, it wasn't terrible, not worth dropping, but like it was like an adventure and a forgettable one.
Galileo
Okay.
Donna, you mean?
Yeah.
Galileo Donna or Galileo with the people who are like Japan, England.
No, not that one.
Okay.
The fuck is that one?
I forgot what the one was called. I know what I'm talking about, man.
But either way, that's how I feel about this show so far. It is an adventure, and it's going to be a forgettable one once it's done.
Okay.
Because the thing is, I didn't play the game, and I don't plan on it. And apparently George says it's terrible, so I don't know. I can't put this in. It's one of those, like, it's not good enough to be in the top 5, and it's not good enough to like be under my category of worth mentioning, but it's not bad enough to be put in my bottom 5.
You're saying it's okay.
Yes.
Okay.
It is what
Except-
it is. You know.
Yeah, it is what it
Let me bust up the mic soundboard.
Okay,
Mike, I
alright.
need you to make that for me at some point.
It is what
Alright.
it is.
It is
Yeah.
what it is.
Okay. Great. Shirobako.
My number one show this
Fucking
season.
great. Shirobako's fucking awesome as fuck.
I love this show.
I just love how meta it is. A voice actress voice acting a chick pretending to voice act a voice actress. It's the best.
It's like the only thing
It's the
we've
best.
gotten this close to this type of show before. I think was Kono Oshigoto, and that or maybe Bakuman.
Bakuman.
Or
Yeah.
Gon.
Well, Bakuman's the most meta manga ever made.
But this is more about the anime side, not the manga side,
Yeah.
and I appreciate that a lot because it just really hasn't been done yet. But I just love how down to earth it is. It's so
Also, Fuck
Down to
me,
earth.
anime is fucking complicated.
Right?
Like, I do love how every episode they bring up people's like names and shit, because I forget everybody's names all the time.
Of course. When
There's
you
so
have
many
a cast
characters.
of like 30.
Yeah. Did you see episode 5?
Yeah, of course.
I love how they just like tricked that guy into going in that room and just locked him in that cage
Yeah.
and said, "You're gonna come out of here till you finish this goddamn shit, fucker."
And like, I always thought director was like the head honcho, but the director just got locked in a cage. So now I'm like, all right, well,
Like, man, like locked in an actual cage.
Really?
It's really funny, yeah. I
like,
mean,
draw these
I like-
storyboards. He's like,
Yeah, I might. This would be the other one I might pick up actually, because
it's excellent. It really a great insight that what really goes into making how anime gets made. Because it seems like I'm surprised anime ever comes out after seeing how that shit works out.
right. I love the I love like the anime drops they use, like the references, and I like the the real voice actress names they use, but they change the names, but they have the actual voice actress that they're trying to represent be voiced by that real voice actress.
It's nuts.
oh, that's cool.
So Ito Shizuka voices a character in the show named Ito Suzuka, who's supposed to be Ito Shizuka.
It's great. I mean, man, like, what really got me in that show? That one scene was where they were all singing in like the recording booth, and they were like, the one lady was like doing different inflections of lines.
Yeah.
Like, the voice actress was voice acting a voice actress pretending to voice act different parts of. It was great. I love it. The show.
And I
It's
love
so-
the characters. I like how it's the 5 girls, like, you know, growing up and trying to make their dream come true.
Yeah.
And it just shows how down to earth, like, it really is. Like, this show shows Japan. This show, like, PA Works really shows, like, what the area really feels like and, like, what it just means to be just a hardworking person, you know?
I also
And
love
it's
how
great.
first episode was like an initial D for the first 5 minutes.
Oh, yeah, that was fun.
That was great. But yeah, man, it's,
Also love
it's
the opening.
great.
See, that's it.
Yeah. Also, I've never heard the words keyframes more than I've ever heard in this show. Just keyframes.
They're important.
All these keyframes.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know,
Sora-
and the thing is, they say it so much, yet I can never fucking remember the word they're using to say it.
yeah. It's crazy. Anime is complicated. Sword No Method. Anybody watching that?
I wanted to, but then I didn't.
Okay, Matt.
Nope.
Terraformers.
And I stopped
Okay.
watching this.
I
Shit.
have a gripe. I'm getting tired of people complaining about censoring. Because, like, the censoring does not get in the way of this show that much. I think the only show I'm aware of where censoring actually brought the show quality down, I think, was Poopa.
Well,
I
the
was
first,
gonna
interesting.
episode, the first episode kind of did that though.
I don't think, like, I mean, here's the thing. I don't need to see a head come clean off and get off at night. So I don't understand what people's fucking issue is with.
Okay, but
I want to see the head clean in half. What the fuck's the issue? Like, I don't understand that.
okay, but one of the episodes later, Mike, like it was just it was so blatant that it was so ridiculous looking, and that killed it. Like, so
I mean,
there's-
like an ant, a cockroach fucking tore someone's head off and knocked someone else's head off with that head. That was kind of rad, but I don't need to see that shit.
but they like but it was like these black circles like on the screen because like one flew in and took out like several people, and like you just see like on the screen these like these people like with blood going everywhere, but then there's like these little black circles like where their head should be.
I mean, like, yeah, they can do a better job of, like,
That looks so
Suck it up.
stupid to me.
look, clean.
But I also just don't really like the show either. I thought it was gonna be like bad like Starship Troopers, but
It's interesting.
the thing is like they're actually trying to be good and they're failing at it.
Like, some people were, like, injected with a gene that makes them kind of like hybrid cockroaches so they can fight the cockroaches.
Well, not just that, but like other animals too. Like there's a spider, there's a daddy long legs, there's like a lot of these like dumb like bugs and shit. It's a thing. They're all bugs.
It's an interesting concept, but I don't think they are not doing it the justice it deserves because it's just a mess. Really.
Also, I don't know if it's like just like that, if they're like who the animator is, but like I don't like the way the characters are drawn. It
Like the
reminds
hard black lines.
it reminds me of Zetman, and I
I'm
didn't even
kind of cool with that.
and I
Who
didn't even,
is the Zetman?
I didn't like that show.
A cockroach.
And it's funny, Ruben, because like now that I look at it, now that I know more about like other genres and shit, now I can understand why you didn't pick up Zetman, because it's not Sentai, it's the other one.
It's generic shonen.
No. It's that's Saint Seiya, but it's like because there's a Kamen Rider. like where there's a transformation and it's a dude who fights like for justice at night or whatever. Like I can see why, because like Grubin doesn't like those things, and I kind of really don't either. But I can kind of see why, like that's being one of the reasons you didn't pick up that show back in the day. But not to say it was good by any means, but you know.
Mm-hmm.
But again, like this animation style I think is the same as that, man, and I don't like it.
All right.
But it's kind of, I was expecting it to be like bad on purpose and just like Starship Troopers, but it's not. They're actually trying to take themselves seriously.
It's unintentional camp. That's what it is.
It's and it's dumb.
Okay. Trinity 7. Man, that show's stupid, but I love those characters, so it's okay with me.
That show's dumb.
So, we're like what, 5 episodes in?
Yeah, 5.
And I can't tell you a damn thing.
Okay, no.
What's like
There are
on.
7 legendary girls who each represent an aspect of sin when the sins. Show's stupid, but it's written really well. It's very clever. I'll give it that.
Well, maybe the comedy is, but the oh god, I feel like whoever designed like the rules of magic in that world
Oh, it's stupid.
had
It's
no
ridiculous.
fucking idea
No.
what they wanted to do.
That's kind of why I hate shows with magic in general, because it's like a fuck it button. That's what magic is. It's like, fuck it, magic, whatever.
But like, okay, here's my biggest problem with the show, and like Eno Battle, the Trigger show.
Uh-huh.
Like I was promised magic battle manga in school, and I'm like, dope, I'm down with this. And they every time a battle's about to happen in the show, they're like revving the engine, and it never quite turns on because the fucking battles cop out one way or another. Like, we've never really seen a good battle in this show yet, and it bugs the shit out of me.
Also, I'm not sure what happened to the world, except the sun's black now. I don't know, shit's all fucked up. I'm fading away. Oh no, I'm fading away. No, go!
I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, but the main guy is real good. He just rolls with the punches. He just goes with it. Most of the girls, apart from him, I think Teacher Chick is a little too fish out of water, and a little too innocent, and a little too annoying.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of them are kind of really cool in their own way, so I dig those characters.
Yeah, I like the characters, but it's just it's like I like half a show right now.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna finish it, but I hope my goal is to have one really good epic battle by the end of the show. And think 7 arcs, naming a show with 7 in it, would put some effort, but I see the animation slip quite a bit. But maybe the ball will get rolling now with that new character showing up. I don't know.
Oshina Wareda.
In Search of Lost Future, Mike.
Fuck.
Show sucks.
Fuck.
I dropped it.
Like, fuck. Like, I got mad at this show. Like, I'm not sure I've been this mad at a show probably since Orino, honestly.
Okay, so I'm gonna just say,
What
like I
happened?
mentioned,
Last 5 minutes of this show, what happened?
like I mentioned earlier, the Grizzly Fruits. This show did this stupid little syndrome first, and it really pissed me off. I was down with the first episode because they did something different. Like they break the meta in this particular genre, and like this girl's like straight up just like says to this guy like how she feels, and
like childhood friend, obvious that she likes him because childhood friend.
Yeah, and he's okay with it, and they're both like super okay with it. And I'm like,
yeah, he's just chilling, and she was like, "Hey, I need to talk to you about something." He's like,
like,
I love you, like actually love you, like on the real.
And I'm like, all right.
Oh, weird. Cool.
That's cool.
All right.
And then like the scene where saving the cat and gets hit by the bus or whatever.
Yeah, on the way home, she gets hit by a bus because of course he fucking does.
And then
they go to the hospital, and apparently like she dies.
And then every episode after that, everybody is just okay.
No, you're forgetting the part where the after credits theme scene is this white haired girl is fucking falls in the fucking sky, naked.
Oh, right.
And all of a sudden, the girl who got hit by a bus is back.
Mm-hmm.
That's never fucking explained.
Yeah.
And she's just there now. And I think I started screaming. I'm not positive. I kind of lost conscience after that.
Well, like I said, this show's bad.
God, like what the fuck?
For anyone listening that actually is watching this show, that still thinks it's good, like,
Well,
I'm
please
sorry.
leave a comment and tell us why we're wrong.
What the fuck?
Like, I'm sorry, but I mean, there's a guy that I'm friends with on Facebook. He's one of the Tucson guys, but he has this weird page. I'm not sure if he's the one in charge of it, but I look at this and I'm always like, again, like with the picks, like why? I don't understand. I try to give him like, some props because he likes mechs just like I do. But okay, so it's called AZ Bun Bun Maru.
Great. Awesome.
Now, this guy, I swear.
Find this, goddammit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, I don't drop shows often. I dropped this show. It
bad.
it wasn't so much that like the first episode did the thing you're saying, and it was like, okay, that's really stupid. But what really nailed in the coffin for me is that the next episodes didn't work on anything. They went around looking for ghosts in the school and literally accomplished shit.
There was a
like,
ghost.
Well, that's
there
great.
was one ghost.
I don't care. It's the animation's actually really shitty. I think they're just doing this because I feel like the game's developers might have just thrown money at Feel to just make an anime for it.
But man, the fact that there's not even mentioned the fact the girl got killed and everything just pissed me off.
Well, yeah.
In a way that's pretty irrational.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, it's really stupid. Okay, so I found a picture of like this guy's watch list, and the fact that the only good show that's on his list right here is Fate and Mado no O. Like, that's really sad. Well,
what are some other gems on that list?
Well, maybe Parasite. I mean, he likes that show. He likes Amagi Brilliant Park. He likes Gino Reconquista.
Good for him.
But like all his other shit on here is like I'm not even kidding. Like, Girlfriend Beta,
great,
Daito, whatever, Battle Trinity 7, I Tenchi. Like the lack of Psychopaths is kind of bothering me.
Concerning.
The fact that he's got Build Fighters and the other shitty Gundam show and not... Okay, never mind. He has Cross MG, but still.
All the same.
Okay, wait, I thought you said that was
bad.
a top list, but it's just a watch list?
It's his watch list, but it's like the fact that there's only like 2 or 3 arguably good shows on his entire list is sad. Like Fate and Amagi Brilliant Park, like, is about it. Everything else sucks.
Okay.
Okay, let's...
Anyone else watch these last 3 shows?
I'm watching the last one on the list. I love that last one on the list.
Yuki Yuna.
Yuki Yukina. Why Yusha de Aru. So, this is like the 3rd show that kind of promised battle manga in a school, and I don't know how I got battle manga, but it's actually Magical Girl, and I am 200% okay with that. This is like someone watched Madoka and was like, guys, I really like Madoka, and they're like, how do we make a Magical Girl show without ripping off Madoka too hard? They're like, well, let's put 5 girls. Alright, 5 girls, okay. Cute little familiars. Okay, wait, but if we do 1, it'll be too much like Madoka. So let's give them all cute little familiars. Okay, alright.
Okay,
Witch's World. Well, okay, hold on. The witch comes into the world. Okay, hold on. We'll make it different because it's not. Alright, so it's not really a maze, it's like a battlefield. Alright, cool. We're not ripping that off anymore. One witch, yeah, you're right. One witch might be too bad. So they'll like fight increasing numbers of witches. All right, cool. So it's like they have to fight.
You sure this isn't just a Madoka PSP game?
I don't know, but they transform using cell phone apps, so it's really funny.
Oh, that's great.
But I really like this show. I am biased though. I like Magical Girl shows a lot. But one of the things in this show is that the black hair girl is a cripple. So...
Oh, she's in a.
So
does she get magical powers to make her walk?
No. What happens is when she transforms, she gets these ribbons in her hair, and these ribbons kind of support her as her legs, so her legs are just kind of like dangling in the air. But because clearly she wouldn't have much mobility, she acts as like the gunner, the sniper of the group. So she's always attacking from a range. So she'll get a sniper, and then she'll just kind of plop on the ground and start sniping.
Oh,
That's
God.
pretty stupid.
I'm kind.
I love this show, but I don't know. The really interesting thing is we're on episode 5, and basically one of the things in this show is like they know how many witches they're supposed to kill. They're like, we need to kill, I think it's like 12 witches or something, and then our duty will be over to save the town. Well, in the last episode, they fight 7 at once, and they barely pull it off. And I'm like, shit, where's this show gonna go now?
Beach episode.
Beach episode.
God. Yeah, I'm a little, I wasn't gonna watch that one because it looked really dumb. We saw the first episode in Club, and I was just like, oh my God, this show's dumb. And then I thought to myself, God, this is a big enough piece of shit that Ruben would watch. And then sure enough, I come over, and then there you are watching it. I'm like, oh my God.
Like, I actually like legitimately enjoy it relative to some of the stuff this season. So I know you wouldn't like it, and I don't know about Mike, but it's up my alley. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
I guess.
Akame Kill.
Akame
Still-
Kill is
still excellent. Still
my
great.
Best. God, it's such a strong season because this show is like 10 out of 10 for me, and it's still not my number 1.
It's really good. It's very, very good.
Oh God.
It's an easy top 10 show of the year, maybe even top 5.
This is the kind of show that I think to myself, if I ever wrote a battle manga, it wouldn't be as good as this, and I could not make it as good as this.
Yeah.
So
We've gone
Yeah.
to it in detail. This show's so fucking good. So
Yeah,
lots of
this
shit.
show. Yeah, it's. You know what's funny? I hate doing this, but like I said, I'm gonna. People can just deal with it. Like, it's not like I got a billion followers, anyways. But it's like I'm gonna put this again in my top 5 because
Yeah.
it just
follow
is.
follow the Mike's rules. That's the best way to go about life.
Yeah, I mean, so it's like Fate, Psychopaths, Akame ga Kill, and
Yeah, man.
Amagi Brilliant Park, and then whoop, my job's done. Whoops.
Easy. Sailor Moon, still shitty.
let's not
Moving
talk
on.
about this. I don't want to hear
Like
Matt
a show
Matt
that's not-
Argvoen?
Oh yeah, still generic. It's really funny because I keep forgetting that Xebec is actually the other studio that does mecha shows. Not quite as often as Sunrise, but they kind of end up making a show like Sunrise anyways, because guy gets in the thing. He's the only one who can do it, and they actually just we're on episode. There's 18 episodes, and they have just now recently gotten to the dangers of him piloting it because there's like this well, what do they call it, like his sync rate or whatever, and it jumps
Is
over.
this some kind of weird what was the movie with the mechs?
the movie with Max Pacific Rim.
Yeah. Yeah, like that. Like, oh, if he does it, he's gonna die.
No, what it is like it's like his synchronization with the machine itself, and it exceeded like something or another, and then they're talking about like some syndrome that happens with the experiments, and they throw in like this extra little side story that his older sister died, and he's trying to like the whole reason he joined the military was so he could take out whoever did it. Well, the thing is you find out that his sister died in an accident in one of the experiments for this machine that he's piloting.
Oh.
And the guy, like in the picture, the guy you see on the right,
Yeah.
that's the commander who had a thing for this dude's sister, and he's the one who approved of the whole entire thing.
Okay, that's some drama. All right.
So then there was a scene where he decided to tell this kid this, and he punched the shit out of him.
Of course he did.
Of course,
Yeah.
they court-martialed him because, well, military.
Right.
And then they're like, well, you're kind of the only one who can pilot this thing. We're kind of getting attacked. We kind of need this thing or we're all going to die. So we're going to make an exception. And essentially that is the show right now. And it's him going crazy in the thing. Like he can't hear people talking to him. And that's like the syndrome. Like he gets super aggressive.
He can't hear
And-
the piano, one might say. One might
No,
say their
he's
voices
he's underwater.
lack color.
He's underwater.
God damn it.
He's drowning.
So he is now trying. I don't know. He feels like he has to do it because like he's like, the only way you guys are going to survive is if I do it. Like
Is
I'm not.
there-
I'm
Is there a girl that pilots a stringed mech?
no.
Okay.
But anyways, so he's now trying to convince them that it's not going to happen again, like him going berserk. But so far they've proven it. He's proven right. But I haven't watched this last week's episode, so I don't know.
Okay. Sword Art Online.
Shitty.
Man, how the mighty have fallen.
So I'm glad that I didn't like GGO that much.
I did.
I thought that the revelation on how Death Gun was doing his thing was kind of clever.
I thought it was stupid, but alright, go on.
But I'm glad we're seeing the old crew back again. But that fucking Thor like little arc was so stupid, and I'm glad they're moving into something else now, something bigger apparently.
Well, supposedly, according to that same guy or whatever who actually read the novels for Sword Art,
Yeah.
says that the it's now starting on the best arc.
Yeah.
So
Sword Art Online?
So I don't know.
You know,
Be mad at you?
that's the thing I saw, Matt, is that the next arc is supposedly supposed to be good. Like, it has a new character too. So
Sword Art Online to make that show good.
yeah. Well, I mean,
But
it might not surpass it, but it might be better than the previous one by a large
like
margin.
I love by the way, shout outs to Anthony Van, I'm gonna say this wrong and I'm sorry, Van Nieuwenhuis. This is really funny. When I made that comment, I'm like, God, Sword Art sucks now, and he's like, you're just now realizing this. I'm like, yeah, like they just did this and this. It's like, the show's terrible now. He's like, oh, you mean episode 14 of the first season?
Oh, he's trying to make me mad. I'm not gonna fall for that. I'm not gonna fall for that.
Yeah,
All
he's
right,
like,
let's not go into this.
I Tenchi Muyo.
Aitenchi Muyo is interesting because I don't know. I'll tell you why it's interesting is because it releases an episode every day.
Yeah,
Sorry,
they were going for it for a while.
Monday
Well,
through
it's-
Friday. It's 50 episodes, but they're 3-minute shorts. And it's released Monday through Friday. But every Friday episode is a recap
What?
of the previous week.
Great.
So, but it's Tenchi. It's what I grew up with. But the fact is, they focus so much on characters that never existed in Tenchi. So I'm like, can you please just give me the characters that existed back in Tenchi?
all right. Are any of you guys watching Dana ga
I
Nayo?
I am. Man, that show's great.
I like that show. I actually wish
She's
that,
fucking awesome.
I actually wish this show was full length.
Yeah, I do too. I mean, it's about a chick with an otaku husband who's just kind of a piece of shit. Does just blogs all day.
Like, it's kind of rough to watch because it's hard. It's hard to see this guy treat her the way. Well, he doesn't treat her bad.
No,
it's hard to
he's
see
just-
this guy. What's the word? Like,
How did he bag that, bro?
right?
Yeah, like what the fuck?
But it's hard to watch him be himself around this woman. I guess that's the best way of saying it.
It's such a weird
And
flash, not like a good way.
but it's so charming how she just loves him, you know?
Yeah. So
Um,
I fucking love the episode where like she was like coming home drunk,
yeah.
and then she ripped off his clothes. No, here's a fucking jackhammer sound.
Yeah.
I could not stop that. Because Matt, pretty much he was like, she was like, you were fucking weird drunk. He's like, no, I'm not. I'm a good drunk. And I'm like, and she's like, no, you're fucking weird. So one night she just comes home just plastered, and she's like, hey, I'm gonna fuck you, and she just tears all his clothes off, and you just see a picture of him like naked from the waist up, and you just hear a jackhammer sound. I'm like, that's just it's just he's like crying. It was fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
We'll probably get to this because we're watching
Oh.
this in Club too. So
Oh, it's funny. I love this show's so great. I mean, I wish it was full length too.
I do. It's a good concept, and it's just unfortunate that it's so short.
Also, like, wasn't it her with the brother who's like super feminine?
No,
I think it was-
no. That's him. His brother is the guy who looks like a girl.
Oh, and then like his friend tried to hit on his brother, and he's like, "Oh yeah, go for it."
Yeah.
and then his friend was like, "What the fuck? He has a dick." He's like, "Oh, you didn't ask about that."
Yeah.
This show's great, and I also love the part with like she wanted him to take her to a movie, and he's like Imoe, and she's like, "Yeah." Next scene is them driving the car to movie theater. Who's just looking smug at the camera. It show's great. I love it a lot.
Yeah.
and of course you, Mike, you and Anthony again being pieces of shit watching.
High School Seiha Girl. Fuck
Gross.
me, this show's fucking awesome. This show is about this character named, I think it's a Sega Saturn. It's Sega Saturn? No, it's Sega Mega Drive. They all in the Sega Dreamcast and Sega Saturn, and they all go to Seiha High School, which is Sega School.
God.
And the goal is to need to get 100 coins, and they go in by going all through all these Sega games like episode 1, they go in episode 2, they go into Virtua Fighter,
Gross.
and then like they talk about like Golden Axe, and it's like let's play like first we need to play the Sega's High School Anthem. Here it goes, Sega. There's the anthem.
God.
That was great, and then they went into Space Channel 5, and that was great. I just love this show. It's like a lot of different references to Sega games that I am digging like a motherfucker.
I guess
episode 5 or 6. Hold up, that was episode
5. Because 6
5.
hasn't come out yet, according to this.
In the PSO1, not PSO2, PSO1. And I'm sure that's gonna be awesome.
Excuse me as I go to that episode.
Yeah.
Well, you see, the thing is, like, I guess it's probably just because I never really grew up with Sega. I was always a Nintendo kid, and I didn't have a lot of friends that had Sega, so I never played a lot of those old games. So I mean, maybe that's why I'm just kind of not caring about it, because I don't have the same appreciation for the old Sega games like other people do.
Yeah, I just dig it real bad. I love this show a lot.
Yeah.
And then
also,
yeah.
Oh, what do you mean finally? Or you're not watching Orange no Furuji?
I watched Orange no Furuji. That show looks good.
Well, I was hoping we could pass that.
Looking show. It's about dude found this merman hanging out on the river dying. He brought him back. He was living in his bathtub now.
Yeah.
Gross.
Can we just categorize it as yaoi and move on?
Yeah, it's yaoi. Also, there's a handsome.
Also, I'm gonna say real quick, just because like I don't want to go too much into these. I just want to just mention something real quick about them. This one that I've been keeping tabs on for like a year, is finally apparently coming out in 4 days, and that's Gen Urobuchi's original anime movie, called Expelled from Paradise.
Huh?
I'm gonna definitely get on that. I've seen the first 4 minutes, and it was like a trailer kind of. It was fantastic. So yeah, and it's Gen. I mean, his writing is one of the best in the anime industry.
I think the best in the anime industry.
So there's that. So be on the lookout for that.
Is our last Naruto movie coming out?
What?
Yeah.
Oh, last. Yeah. Oof.
Because the manga ended so.
How about that manga, right? Like, I had never read Naruto. I read that last chapter. That was a thing, I guess.
Well, that means you've read more Naruto manga than me.
Yep, man. One Piece logo on the last panel. That was really awesome.
And as far as OVAs that we might care about, I already watched the Buddy Complex ones. And they concluded the story. It was really rushed, really confusing. Don't care. It's done. It's Sunrise Mecha, generic, whatever.
I just don't care about OVAs nowadays. They don't.
Well, some of them are fantastic. Ruben, you should watch the Steins Gate Somei no Cognitive Computing. They're only like 3 minutes long. There's 4 episodes. I've seen the first 3 already. They're fantastic.
Okay, a lot of these don't have a release date on this chart, but I do not remember seeing them out yet. Like the Nisekoi OVA, I don't recall that being out.
It's not.
The
I know OVA.
There's more to Loveru, unfortunately.
Yeah, we need some more tits. So let's do it.
I don't know. I think this list is kind of messed up. We don't have to go into it.
Yeah.
Well, either way, Tales of Zestiria, 50 days.
Yeah.
That is December 29th, so be on the lookout for that.
I'm getting my Aikatsu movie, I guess.
And apparently in 18 days, there's a Yoro Yuri OVA.
Great.
But no, the Steins Gate ones are already out, and I would definitely recommend watching those.
And Prince of Tennis because fuck it, why not?
Tennis sucks.
I saw them coming out, but I was hoping they weren't going to be something like what's an example? Like the Naruto spin-off thing, like the little like chibi cartoon thing.
Oh no, it's the actual characters.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just they're only 3.5 minutes long, but they are fantastic.
Okay, so guys,
Okay,
final
Matt.
thing. Top 5 so far, no order, go. Matt.
Me first?
Yeah.
Akame ga Kill, Amagi Brilliant Park, Fate Stay Night, Psychopath Season 2, and that's 4, right?
Yeah, I was counting. I wasn't.
The fifth one I'm kind of still on the line about. Right now, like as it stands right now, it would be Mada no O.
Okay.
Just
Ruben.
fantastic.
Shirobako, Fate, Psycho, Amagi, Akame ga Kill?
Okay. Kami Kill, Fate, Psychopath, Shirobako, and for the fifth one, I'm gonna go with Denki Guy.
So we all have the same 4, and then we have a 5th.
Yeah, Amagi Radiant Park is not there for me yet. So,
Oh wait, no, wait. What was your? Wait, say yours again.
Akame Kill,
Yeah,
Psychopath,
yeah,
Shirobako,
yeah.
Fate,
Oh, okay. So
and
you,
Denki Guy.
you and me have Shirobako. Matt has the Amagi with whatever. fuck
Yeah.
it.
with Danaga, bring up the rear, and maybe Amagi Radiant Park if it really catches me.
Yeah, like my fifth one it was kind of between Mada no O and Shigatsu Akimi no Uso, but I kind of enjoy Mada no O a little bit more, so that's kind of why. I'm really watching Shigatsu Akimi no Uso because it's relating because I'm a musician. So
that can make some noise in the back half if it gets really good, which it can very well do that.
it is scheduled for 22 episodes, so
Fuck, man, that's
Yeah,
gonna
it
make
is.
some noise. Okay. All right, so it's been anime. We'll be back here again in what, 7-8 weeks, roughly?
Just about. Yep.
Right, we'll have to wait till January. I'm gonna be gone during Christmas.
oh, are
Okay.
you?
Yeah, I'll be back like January 3rd or 4th.
Okay.
So-
Yeah, because and I mean I'm gonna be like super busy,
Th-
you know,
then
because
we-
of work.
Then we got to do our year-end anime thing.
Oh,
Top 10 of the year.
Oh shit! I gotta find random curiosities posts.
Yeah, and then we got. I'm gonna do some writing about my 10 top 10 of the year. Matt, you gonna do some writing about top 10 of the year?
I'll probably just do like a list. I'm not gonna go in depth with it because that's what these
Like
things.
I'm gonna list off like top 10 openings, endings, maybe some characters and stuff. But I'll tell you right now, best song of the year, For My Body Is Dry, aka Don't Lose Your Way.
God, I keep forgetting that was still this year.
Best song of the year. Best insert song, aka and song of the year.
Wait, was Kill la Kill 2013 going into 14 or it started
Yes.
in January?
It was 2013 going into 14.
Okay.
Frick.
Yep, but that's about like a month and a half off. So whatever.
All right. Well, thanks for listening, guys. It's been the Critical D, fall 2014, mid-season. What's good? What's not? What's hot garbage? What's
Yeah,
not?
look out for my my top 5, bottom
Yep.
5, and you can agree or disagree to your liking, and not like I'm gonna give a shit anyways.
Harsh.
So
Such harsh.
So final verdict, anime. It's pretty good.
You can leave comments in the video, and I'll answer them. All right. Later, guys.